injured here. 2v2 faction battle tournament. This is a semi-final game 2 on Codex Refinery. Blue team for the Space Marines. First up, Codex, rocking a Force Commander, offensive melee, very versatile, that can tank, disrupt and support with buffs, alongside the ever-present Dark Riku with his ever-present Apothecary, support commander that fights in melee combat by default, begins with a targeted heal and a passive health regeneration aura. And red team, you have double Warlocks again. First up is Adila, and alongside is GiDDoLo. These guys are melee commanders with great mobility and awesome disruption, can also tank damage with the right war gear. Codex Refinery then, the first time I've actually seen it in this tournament. Didn't seem to be drawn very often. We have a natural towards the east side for Riku's Space Marines and a natural towards the west side for Adila's Eldar, and mid is contested. Scouts trying to be sneaky and cap, but there's Star Avengers and a Warlock there. These are GiDDoLo's, a bit idle, not wanting to push forward. Tactical Marines pushing forward for Riku though, trying to get models off those Banshees, and they stop that cap. 487 500, there's the 2-to-1 for the Eldar. Very early on. What's going on here? Warlock leaping in to sort out on the minimap. Tactical Marines knock down the entire squad there. 481 500. Destructor largely misses. Howling Banshees bringing up the rear, and GiDDoLo coming over to support. It's nasty for Codex, doesn't want to lose a Tactical Marine, and the Force Commander himself in trouble, but turns to engage the Banshees with the battle cry and stays in the engagement here. This could be a stroke of genius, or this could end nastily. Might lose his Force Commander here. No. Judges it well and forces off the Banshees with just 2 models. Nicely done by Codex. Retreat grenade. Could finish off the Force Commander, but doesn't quite hit it perfectly. Got him very low though. Tactical Marines are still marching around. Riku has his mid. Here come Howling Banshees running in out of nowhere as he usually do. Tactical Marines now in retreat. Star Avengers cannot throw their grenade again so quickly. I think it's a 60-second cooldown for grenades. 469 500. There's the heal from the Apothecary, and he decides to retreat out with double Warlock, Star Avengers and Howling Banshees all there. An interesting start then. Red team unable to cap their natural stuff up because of the harassment from Riku on this side. We do have a Guardian Weber team for both Eldar players. In fact, GiDDoLo getting 2 of them. Adila with just 1 for now. Looks like he's spent his resources elsewhere, reinforcing, I think. So I don't see. Oh, he got the aspect, of course, for his Star Avengers. 458 500. Howling Banshee smacking up a node. Full gens here for the Space Marines, and we have 6 generators up for the Eldar team. That was a double destructor. That was awesome. Almost wiping those scouts. 448 500. 2-to-1 cap for the Eldar. Awesome stuff there. We have Assault Marines on the field for both Space Marine players, as we've seen in every single game so far from these guys. 440 500. Webway gate going up very quickly, right in the mid as well. No attempt to hide this thing. Shuriken Cannon sets up for GiDDoLo, but Riku is flanking. Tactical Marines, I think they're going to go try and tie it up. Assault Marines could jump it as well. Looks like they're not going to bother wasting 55 energy to do so. GiDDoLo might lose this thing. 425 500. There's the washout, and it does go down. That's a big mistake from GiDDoLo. Now he has only 1. Where is it? It's coming to mid. Howling Banshee's running away. That's a good engagement for the Space Marine players. 415 500. Down 1-0 from the first game, of course. They need to win this to stay in the tournament. Going after the Webway gate. They have spotted it. Not sure why it was put there. That was Adila. Howling Banshees going east. Star Avengers decapping the natural. And Howling Banshees are going to hit power, at least get that generator down. You would think Codex is going to go back to defend. Riku, meanwhile, wants to push this west side a bit more and defend this wreck point decap, but he can't get there in time. There's the fleet to get away, and he'll just retreat out. 400, 500, down goes that generator. Shotgun scouts coming out. Gives them this melee counter of the shotgun blast. What is it actually called? Explosive shots. 390, 500. There's the double cap for the Eldar team. Haven't lost a VP yet. Warlock going ballistic with that merciless switchblade special attacking stuff with the champion's rope up, and gets away after holding up almost 2 armies there. Howling Banshees wash out and then instantly leave. Need to retreat or I'm going to lose a model. There we go. Shuriken sets up quite strangely from Adila. I'll try and hold up the Space Marines a bit more, knowing that his natural VP is safe with Riku on this side. 362, 500. Very, very mobile game so far from both the Space Marine players. Have been all over the map. Howling Banshees have the aspect of fleetness for GiDDoLo and are backing off. We do have the aspect of strength for Adila. Haven't really seen Codex push this west side yet. Sure, he would like to decap it. Assault squad forcing off the Guardian Weapon team. 343, 500. That was a shotgun blast on the Howling Banshees, but they did get a war shout up, and now the scouts in trouble and flee. X-Arc already queued up for Adila's Howling Banshees. Codex will be the last to go tier 2. Needs 10 more power. What did he buy? Oh, he kitted out his Force Commander, Power Sword, and Alacrity. 331, 500. He might regret that purchase. Would go for the Thunderhammer myself. Even against a single Banshee squad, I still think it's worth it for the 35 power it costs. 324, 500. Jumped by the Assault Marines. And Guardian Weapon team runs away. Tactical Marines are decapping mid. Warlock going after stuff. Here come Howling Banshees jumping over stuff to get into melee. There's a war shout suppressing all of this stuff, and they back off immediately after with the Shuriken weighing in now. Force Commander gets away. There's full auto on the Warlock's face and he retreats. Good engagement for the Space Marines then in the end. 317, 497. There's the 2-to-1 cap for the Space Marine team. Codex still hasn't gone tier 2. He's floating a lot here. A mistake. Wraith Guard for GiDDoLo. Nope, cancels them. Couldn't say it's risky with double Assault Marines around. Maybe another Falcon. GiDDoLo has used the Falcon very well in a bunch of games in this tournament so far. Shotgun Scouts chasing off the Howling Banshees. 317, 475. Tactical Marines weighing in. Oh, we're going to see Stern Guard this time. Codex floating like crazy. 200 power. He's busy pushing the west side. There's a grenade, but it misses. In fact, took down their own generator there. Howling Banshees now in retreat, and Space Marines take the west. Riku is over here assisting, effectively doubling this side. There's a triple cap for the Space Marines. Can they decap this? No, they're scared off by something. Steal that triple. Trying to take down this power now. The node will go down. Howling Banshees moving in. There's the war shout. Can they get a model off of these Assault Marines? Where is the Apothecary? He's right there, you fool. He has his muscle crafted bolter. You saw the full auto earlier, and now has improved medical equipment. Howling Banshees moving in with a lot of stuff, and the Wraith Guard is up for Adila. Gonna need to deal with this thing sooner rather than later, I would think. Every time you see a Walker really try and get strong AV on the field to deal with it, the longer they're around, allowed to level up and dictate the play, the more difficult they're going to be to shift. Force Commander revives the Apothecary. Not sure how he went down. Howling Banshees, I think, chased him. 317, 379. We do see a Falcon for GiDDoLo and Wraith Guard to back it up. Riku going for some late Devastators. Codex does finally go tier 2. Could get a quick Dreadnought. 317, 372. Flamer up for his Tactical Marines, changing to the Missile Launcher in tier 2. Missile Launcher is quite expensive, as you can see, 80, 40. Tactical Marines having the advantage of being able to change their specialized weapon whenever they like, as long as you pay for each time, and you're in the correct tier, of course. Riku has his Assault Squad over here to back up Codex's assist, and he eats a big grenade. Takes down a Tactical Marine, and that's a long retreat back to his base with Wraith Lord in retreat path. Gonna get one hit, boom, can he get another? Melter Bomb on him should save that Tactical Marine squad. If he got another hit, they might have whacked the squad out there. 281, 372. Las Cannonball set up for Riku. Can he get one shot? It can. As long as it starts winding the shot up, it will fire on the target, even if it goes out. of the firing arc, I believe. There's a melter bomb. That Falcon's going to go down to about half hit points there. Even less than that, 259, 372. Wraithguard now getting shots in with their Warlock leader up. Howling Banshee's moving in. Assault Squad get away without a loss, do they? Wraithguard might get a shot and does get a sync kill. Steps on his chest and that sword through the forehead. 242, 372. Crazy engagements flaring up all over the place in tier 2. But the Eldar do have the 2-to-1 looking quite good now at 236, 372. Codex losing his tactical marines and replacing them. Going for the sergeant immediately. 231, 372. That Wraith Lord has been painful already. Missile launcher is up for Riku. Do we have Heart of Darkness? We do have Heart of Darkness for GiDDoLo. The same build he used in the first match of this semi-final. Adila going for the same build as GiDDoLo this time. Last time he went for Channeling Runes and then the Warp Throw afterwards. 216, 372. Wraithguard are going to hit power. And this is looking bad for the Space Marine team. Wraith Lord needs to back off here. Missiles do not shoot at the Wraith Lord. That was very strange. Takes them a while to reload their missile launcher. Lascannon trying to push forward. There's a hit on the Wraith Lord being repaired by the Dire Avengers. Assault Squad in amongst. That Wraith Guard got disrupted there by the Dire Avengers. By the Warlock, I should say. Leaping in. Level 2 now, this guy. Librarian on the way for Codex. Tier 3 for Adila. Again, a quick tier 3, but not as quick as last time. Did get a Wraith Lord up this time. 159, 372. Triple cap for the Eldar. Wraith Lord's in trouble though. Eats another missile hit and a melter bomb and another missile hit and a las cannon hit. Down it goes. It's hard snared now. The melter bomb and las cannon snares both stacking. Warlock jumps in. There's the leap to disrupt the Devastator, but doesn't quite disrupt them. Goes after them though. 127, 372. Shuriken sets up. That Wraith Lord got absolutely owned. GiDDoLo's Warlock runs away. Still level 1 Adila's Warlock. Level 2 Force Commander, he goes for the Teleporter pack. And Riku's Apothecary level 2, fully kitted out, Mastercrafted Bolter, Armor of Purity and improved medical equipment. Always spends a hell of a lot on this Apothecary. 115, 372. Howling Banshees flee. Tactical Marine is going to try and flank this Shuriken, I think. Who's yelling? It's the Banshees. War shouting so they can retreat out of there. Here's the Librarian for Codex, support sub-commander for Space Marines with some decent offense. Tome of Time is up. There's Veil of Time on those Assault Marines. Merciless Switchblade draining his energy though, the Librarian. And he only starts with 800 hit points. Decent melee damage, but nothing spectacular. Can get the Force Staff, which makes him better in combat, both melee and ranged. 99, 372. 2-to-1 cap for the Eldar. But the Space Marines should be able to cap mid, maybe even get a quick triple or hit power or something. Deep Cannon up for Adila, did so well for him in the last game. So did GiDDoLo's, who also goes tier 3. Riku goes tier 3 and has the zeal for Terminators. There's a heal on his Tactical Marines. The Warlocks have been really awesome in this game, tanking damage, tying stuff up, disrupting, as you'd expect from the Warlocks. And there's Heart of Darkness getting all of his energy back. There's Angels of Death from Riku, but still loses an Assault Marine there. Howling Banshees also in amongst and take down the Sergeant. Painful. Assault Squad do level to 2. 88, 368. Boom! D-Cannon almost wiping the Scouts. There's a double cap for the Space Marines though. Wraithguard have done reasonably well for GiDDoLo. Thought they'd be shut down really quickly with double Assault Marines, but they've done okay. Hitting power is Codex though on this west side and caps the VP as well. D-Cannon misses. 88, 339. Retreats out, should be okay, and we do see the Thunderhammer up for the Force Commander. He's almost level 3. But look at this, they're going to take the Space Marine Natural and Mid Eldar and are hitting power as well. Wraithguard being sure not to fire on the generator that the Banshees are attacking, because they do friendly fire if they did. Warlock also smacking a node, and they take the Eastern VP thanks to the Autarch of GiDDoLo. 82-328. There's the double cap. Really thought we were going to see a Dreadnought from Codex, but I guess not. Looks like he's going for tier 3 as well. Banshees might go down on retreat here. 11 hit points, 8, 4, 5. Bolt pistol shots can't quite finish them off. The Force Commander, of course, giving up his sidearm when he has his Thunderhammer, and there's a triple cap for the Eldar. 47-328 might be all over here. Riku lost his scouts, could get Terminators reasonably soon. Wraithguard tied up, need to run away or something. What are they doing? Warlock, you see her giving that 15% damage resistance to all of this stuff nearby. See that blue buff aura, also inspiring on her kills as well. Warlock level 3 for GiDDoLo goes after the Tactical Marines, as does the Warlock with a 65 DPS power melee executioner. Tactical Marines staying in this engagement a very long time, lose another model. Might have been hoping for And They Shall Know No Fear, which is charged with damage. Couldn't quite get it off though. 15-325, there's a single for blue. D-cannon, dangerous again. Backed up with that shuriken, down goes the Warlock. I bet that was satisfying. There's a singularity though. Howling Banshee trying to cap, eating a grenade, boom. But they're going to finish the cap. The singularity helping out big time, dragging that stuff in and doing a lot of damage. 13-313, there's a single cap for the Eldar. Can they take this series 2-0 and progress to the final? Avatar on the way for GiDDoLo, that's going to be painful. Codex floating insane amounts of resources again, and he's in tier 2. Terminators on the field for Riku. And they're going to take down our webway gate. But there is the victory for the Eldar. They take the series 2-0 and they will join Asmon and Tiger's Eldar in the final for an Eldar mirror. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in that final.